Hey guys, so this video I'm gonna take you on a tour of my Minecraft railway. It's pretty long. I have probably 20 meg save and it goes pretty much across the whole thing. So it takes probably a full day to get across, so I might speed this video up a little bit. Let's get to it. So it starts off in the backyard of my base. Start going, I got a couple rails there with a booster to go back up. I basically started going through, and any natural caves I hit, I went through them and around in them, so it's a little more fun, looks kind of cooler. I used, this is before I had the little mini-map, which would have helped a lot to see the top while I'm going. But I used Minecraft X-ray and basically just counted off how far I had to go before I went back up or something like that, so I'd actually hit land and not come out in the middle of the ocean. So you can see on the little mini-map there kind of what's going on. Right now I'm about to go across part of the ocean and go to a new island. It's getting kind of laggy down here. It's not too bad, I've seen worse. But got a pretty bad computer and Fraps slows it down a lot. But yeah, just kind of going through all sorts of natural caves. Used Minecraft X-ray for that too, just kind of find some cool caves to send it through. We go over here and come up and go a little bit over land. This is a small island just beside my base island. Came to it once, had a massive cave system, but I explored most of it, so I didn't put any stations on this island. Just kind of goes outside a little bit through a cave I explored a long while ago before I built this. And then it starts on its way again. Right after this one is a massive continent, like 10 of my starting island put together, which is what I'm exploring right now. That's kind of why I built this, so I could go check it out. Over here, go up a little bit and then through my underwater tunnel, just made with glass. Can see some trees up there. Not too long, but still takes some time to make. Alright, so at the first station, hop off here. Just a little building, so I'm safe when I transfer tracks and stuff like that. In the bottom corner of the island, this is a chest with a whole bunch of mine carts. Those are at all the stations. Jump back in and keep on going. This was all made before I learned about the flat boosters that you can make with the loop at the end. I couldn't figure the loop out until I watched a video on it. So all these boosters are ones that drop down, like this one right here. Track's working pretty well right now. It worked perfectly one way, but I converted it to work both ways. You can see sometimes the track kind of splits off, and every once in a while it'll just slow down and run out of juice at some point. I'm not sure exactly what causes it to happen sometimes, and not always, because most of the time it works fine. Has lots of speed going up here. This is a bigger section above ground. Go through a mountain, out here again. So our booster is another side track for if you're going the other way. We'll drop off there. Should be getting pretty close to the second station. I think it'll be just through this little cave right here. There was my attempt at a flat booster. It actually worked out, just a little bigger than it needs to be. Get shot up here for another drop off. Then on the way back it actually uses the same track and goes into the mountain. So here's the second station. Climb up the ladder, and this was a bit smaller. It's just a little tower up top, just so you can get out and you want to explore around here. Use the ladders on both sides so you can't fall down and kill yourself. I like making double wide because if you do single wide and put torches on it, it just looks kind of stupid because you're climbing right through the torches. So to make it split off sometimes and go through the other way, you can see back there, you have the track kind of turn off. And as long as you're going this way on it, it jumps right across. Again, here's a place where I could use some flat boosters. Instead, just kind of dropped it down in a V, so it works both ways. It's probably the longest flat stretch I have in the track. Kind of gave up on looking for caves around. I was getting kind of tired of this, and I just glitched. Hey, when that happens pretty randomly. Now I gotta go catch the minecart. Off it goes. That's the problem. Usually it stops fairly quickly, but if it hits a booster, it can really keep going. That's why I guess you don't want your track to be too efficient, or when you fall off, they'll run away. Which it looks like this one might have. Oh no, there it is. Perfect spot too. Jump in. Keep going. So that's one thing. If you have the booster going the wrong way, it can slow you down. That's why I had the track split off in a bunch of points. So as long as you got enough speed, usually fine. And here we go to the end. I decided I didn't know really how I wanted to end it, so I just kind of put it out to the middle of the lake and built a little sand castle in the center. Couldn't really fit a booster inside the walls, so I just made this giant tower. Now this one here, it's got a bunch of boats and a bunch of carts. You'll see why in a second. Got my dock out here. I saw this in a video. It's really by far the easiest way to dock a boat. So you can just drop right onto it. I tried using water current and stuff, but found that whenever I jump out of the boat, it just kind of shoots away. I'll try to show you this last bit before it gets too dark and you can't see anything. Although it looks like I'm running out of time. Built a little water elevator over here. I used Cartographer to figure out the highest points on my map, and basically built a couple towers spanning across them. So I'll just shoot in here. It's gonna get a little laggy as it loads up. There's a box with boats there because sometimes the boat broke before you got there, and it takes a long time to get back out. So here you go. I made a little return path to get back down, so you don't have to run down with monsters around. Go up top. So I just built this walkway. This is pretty much as high as you can go. Might be able to build 1 or 2 blocks above the torches here, but you're pretty much at the top of the world here. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to show off a little bit of the playground area I have for building out here. So I'm going to set it to peaceful, because if I die out here, it takes too long to get back from my spawn. Up here, the center tower, there's another tower over there on another peak. This tower I started building a cannon, but I kept blowing out half my tower. So I decided I'd experiment on the ground out here. Drop down. And I am trapped. I don't really like destroying anything unless I have to. I like my scenery the way it is. Kind of untouched. You guys probably can't see anything right now, but up here, lots of craters playing around with TNT. Couple counters. over here. Cannons all over the place I've been experimenting with. Over here I was building a cannon, and I think I just kind of decided to blow the hell out of the ground. Dug straight down to the bedrock, built myself back out with TNT, and blew giant craters in the earth.